Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another Constructbots review. Today, we will be taking a look at the second Scout figure from Wave 1, Ironhide. And I did say Scout figure. I did in Starscreen's review speak in air. These are not basic, these are called Scout. And then there's something called like a Mega or Ultra. Those are like the larger, more pieced ones. And then you have the triple changers, and you have like the 2-pack. But keep in mind, they're all the same size. The difference is the number of pieces and the style of pieces. Obviously, Ironhide is going to have different pieces as opposed to Starscream. But I noticed in watching more reviews, the skeletons basically all transform the same way. They all peg into each other the same way. It's just how the paneling on the outside lines up that give the vehicles its different shape. Also, for the most part, the vehicles are going to look the same. They'll have the same front end made from feet, and some of the back ends might be different. Personally, I would have liked to have seen Ironhide with some more paneling or some way to bring these rear wheels flush with the back, but maybe they're trying to go for like a pickup aesthetic or something. But also I want to mention the instructions really weren't as wonderful as they were the last time. First, like Starscream, they don't mention what to do with the weapon. Also, they don't tell you how to flip the wheels out or to flip the wheels out. You have to refer to the package. But we're starting with Ironhide here in vehicle mode. It is a four-wheel truck type of device. Wheels do roll for the most part. Tolerances on surfaces may be different. Does come with this simple gray weapon, peg right here. Lots of holes, so combine it, peg it in however you want. One thing I did notice for vehicle mode to store the weapon is you do need to move the Autobot insignia. And much like on Starscream, it is removable, so just want to pop it back there for robot mode. Unfortunately, this gun really doesn't fit in well in that front peg, but you could also put it back here where the hand pegs are, what have you. So yeah, Ironhide is predominantly red. There's some sky blue highlights. I mean, it's Ironhide. The coloring is basically the same. You have a gunmetal gray. The frame underneath is black, like on Starscream. So let's pause for a moment and get into the transformation. Okay, start off transformation. What you can do is come in from the behind here and rotate the wheels so they are flush and parallel with what will be the forearms of the robot mode. Go ahead, flip down the hands on the ball joint, on the ratcheting wrist peg, and fold them out. Next, what you want to go ahead and do is unpeg them from what's the rear hip section and straighten them out. What I would like to do is just angle them out to the side to get them out of the way. It makes moving the legs around a little bit easier. Next, what you want to do is come around to what's the front of the vehicle, unpeg the feet, try to position them around in a certain way to get them, so they're not really working against each other. It's interesting to note that on the instructions and the packaging, they show that the toes are in basically relatively proper positions for a normal foot. But on these, they're actually in these similar positions so they can interlock. Next, what you want to do is come underneath the vehicle and unpeg the legs from that central peg joint. This is just like with Starscream. Next, what you want to do is bring the legs forward, like so. Stand the robot up, rotate at the ball joint at the waist, and then flip the whole unit up to clip the hip into place and have it in position. Continuing along with the upper torso, what you're first going to do is grab this piece, fold it around, bring it down, so it's flush with the back. And I do like that it does fold flush on the back. It doesn't peg in, but those nice ratcheting C-clips will hold it in place for now. Next, what you want to do is come in on this front piece where the Autobot signal insignia is, fold it down, and fold up Ironhide's head. It basically works the same way as with Starscream. Finally, you can swivel the arms down into position, and by now we should have all noticed that the hands are actually ambidextrous, or bi-handed, or whatever the proper term would be. That they have thumbs on the top and bottom, so you can interchange them. I'm sure that's for the cross compatibility. But this is Ironhide in robot mode. Let me give you a close-up look at his head. Much like Starscream, Ironhide's head is on that ball and C-clip joint, so you can get a lot of deep movement. It is a tight joint. You know, you can do the whole, "Hey, man, what are you talking about?" But this is a very almost cartoon accurate likeness to the G1 Ironhide. Has a little bit of a warmer face. I'm sure it's to appeal to the kids. But yeah, and there of course is the Autobot logo, like on Starscream, that is movable, as you saw in the intro. But I kind of do like this head. For articulation, same as Starscream. Ball jointed shoulders, wide range of movement, ratcheting bicep. No bicep articulation. I did notice that, and I was a little disappointed. Ratchet at the wrist, and you have that ball joint at the wrist. And then moving down, of course, at the hip here. Ball joint, single joint at the knee, ball joint at the ankle, ratchet at the ankle. So these are very articulated, although I must say, upon reflection, the missing bicep swivel is a little bit of a disappointment. I did want to go ahead and recreate something from Vangelis' promo video, and that's these joints are so tight that once you find the center of balance on these robots, they can stand on one leg, which I think is very cool. Much like Starscream, I can highly recommend Ironhide. The transformation is simple, it's a bit involved, but it's a fun little figure. And then now, with two of them, you can go ahead and start experimenting and changing parts around. And don't forget, the basic skeletons are all the same size, which means you can take parts from Wheeljack, Blitzwing, Bumblebee, Megatron, Optimus Prime, Ironhide, Starscream, splish them all together, and make your own crazy figure. I really think these are going to be the hot toys for this upcoming holiday season. This is your old pal Chuck for Ironhide, Master Yogi. We'll see you next time.